Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm officially warning everybody, I just turned the recorder on, so hi again.
Oh, okay. Good timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone well? Everyone feeling good? I mean, considering all the craziness.
Did you get your shots?
Oh, yeah, we're all vaccinated now.
Good.
Good.
Thank God. Yeah.
So,
It's funny to be to be secluded for so long, and then it's echoing over here.
Yeah,
That's
there's
why
an
I'm
echo.
having-
Let me
we
see.
don't hear it.
No, we don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, so
Oh,
I'll
you
just
don't?
keep
Okay.
talking
We don't.
since we're having the problems on this end.
Yeah.
But we're going back into a social thing very, very slowly because
Right.
you've
Yeah.
been confined for so long.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
very conservative about it,
Yeah, we are too. Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
did
with the
your, who
Yeah,
did your artwork?
Behind you, pretty.
Oh, that's
yeah.
my artwork.
It's
Really?
wonderful. It's
Very-
wonderful.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a.
Yeah.
Are you on Facebook with it?
Oh, no, I don't do all that social whatever.
She does have a website with a lot of her works on there, and
Oh, yeah.
we used to do art shows where we'd set up the tent along with the other,
And I
but
have some gallery showings, but I don't really do anything anymore. I don't know.
You're beautiful.
That's nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Paul, I was going to ask you if you knew if somebody wants to buy my guitar. I'm thinking of selling it because it's just sitting in the closet and somebody will really probably enjoy it. I thought I'd like to get close to 9,000 on it if I could.
I would like to help you sell it if you wanted to. I'm not in the. I have a bunch of guitars. I have a room full of guitars
I know
myself.
you
No
do.
more.
There is a few more I have to get, but she doesn't know about it yet.
How many do you have?
What I was hoping, Gail, if we were able to get together, and we're not yet, but I was just looking at the photos of your instrument. I could tell that the strings were probably really old, haven't been changed
Yeah.
in a long time,
Oh, yeah.
and I could clean it and put strings on it, and it would sound 10 times better, and be ready to sell, perhaps, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing it because it's silly to be there when somebody I'm sure would enjoy it very much,
Yeah.
The
I'll put out the feelers if you. I know I'm still connected with a pretty big guitar community of people on Facebook and off, and I can ask around because I kind of have the specs and the year of your instrument now, and I can ask around for sure.
Well, I'd appreciate that. I have I think what is it? What did I say I had? A Yamaha, I think, too. I mean, it's not the same category, I know.
Yeah.
It's one I used to, if somebody wanted to learn, I'd give them that guitar and I'd try and teach them, like Eileen.
Yeah. Gail, I love that photograph of you playing. You look like Judy Collins, and you're just in that 60s moment, and you're really present. It's just, I saved the photo. It was really nice.
Oh, thank you. It was our bowling banquet.
Okay.
I was the entertainment.
Yeah.
My Sweet 16 you were too.
Yeah, we did get a trophy. We did win, so that was good. It was fun. But I was thinking when you told me about that, you used to play the electric guitar. When I learned how to play, they didn't even have an electric guitar.
Wow. You predate the electric.
Yeah, there's an age difference there too.
Yeah. But didn't you used to work at or go to the Old Town School of Music in Chicago?
Yeah, I went to the Old Town School of Music.
Oh,
And
that was in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
in Chicago.
It's still there.
And then I used to teach at the Bernard Hurwitz Jewish Community Center. I used to
Okay.
teach there one night a week in the evening. And it was fun. Yeah, your whole social life was like that. You know, you
Mhm.
met a lot of people. I met Mama Cass at one night while we were,
Oh,
you know, going around in the circles. And I
Terrific.
mean, she was, in fact, we all went out together. She and the two guys she was singing with, and they took us to some place where everybody goes, and it was fun. It was a fun
That's
time.
great.
Yeah. good
Yeah.
memory. Yeah.
Well, you're not in a real big hurry to sell it though, are you?
No, no,
Okay.
but you know,
So-
if somebody's interested, you know, and I mean, there might be a lot of people out there looking for it, because I mean, they're not that common. You
Mhm.
know, there are some, but you know, and the D28s are the bigger ones, so you know, that might be, you know, somebody looking for that instead of the smaller one. So who knows?
she could
Yeah.
also go on like Google and,
Yeah. Or do you get on the internet at all to look at because I think in my email to you, which was pretty long, but I gave you some links where people sell instruments, but so you can at least get an idea of what they're going for. That
Yeah. I think the last time you told me it was worth around 7,500. But
yeah,
I like to get closer to 9 if I can.
yeah. Okay, I'll start the gears turning.
does it have the original case and everything?
Yeah, hard shell case.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's
I
good.
paid extra for that.
Yeah,
The whole $500.
yeah.
Time. Yeah,
Pretty
I
good
know.
investment.
Yeah.
It was every cent I had, so I stayed home for 6 months and just played my guitar.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The picture you sent looks just like one of our cousins.
My cousin Barry, I think I mentioned that a while
Cousin
ago.
Barry looks just like him. If you saw them together, you'd know they were brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad you don't have a picture of Barry, do you?
I did send him one. I think it was a family gathering I sent you. And then-
Yeah, we saw that one.
Yeah. and
It
you
was
saw Barry.
probably, it was hard to see
Yeah.
him.
I
Yeah.
got it
Yeah.
on the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did look a lot like my dad.
David's
So-
gonna share a Barry. He's got that.
In terms of the ancestry part of it,
Yeah.
you know, my dad had a very complicated ancestry of how he got here, you know, and we've been looking through the paperwork that I have, and I don't have his original birth certificate, but there is a later birth certificate, which is
That's kind
hard to
of
explain, but
weird. And you have adoption papers.
and adoption papers. So the best I can figure, if I can summarize it, and help me if I'm wrong. That echo, I'm getting a bad echo here, and it's really
But they don't, so go
okay.
ahead.
So whoever was on your side of the family, the male,
Yeah.
was the father with a woman named Betty Levan.
Oh.
Okay, so she was
Mhm.
Betty A. Levan. That's the one.
Is that
That's the guy that.
Levin or Lavin? How's it spelled? Levan.
And so Betty, when my dad was about a year old, got with a guy named Horace Nelson,
You know,
and they were together, I think, only about a year. And we don't know what happened to Betty,
came up.
but Horace adopted my dad, who at the time was named Robert.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna ask him, if either of the guys were Robert.
She said no. I think
Showing that picture.
David, did you just put a picture on over everybody?
Yeah,
I can't see anybody.
okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Paul.
You
What's
blocked
that?
David, I don't know what you did, David. She can't see anybody. There's a picture of a bench.
I,
There we go.
oh, yeah, there we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
So,
Okay.
I have a
So-
question. Oh, I have a question.
So there is no Robert? You already asked him that?
I asked
There's
Eileen
Robert, but
that.
there are Ralphs in our family, but.
So Eileen, your grandfather or grandfather's brother was not named Robert,
No,
correct?
No.
No,
They-
okay.
One was, let's see, Fanny's husband was, what was his name Hyman?
Harry Hyman, and what was the other one?
I forget, but that was Bless's grandfather. Anyways, they're all with H's. There's no R's.
All of the ages?
H.
H.
The letter
Yeah,
H. They're all
H's.
Oh, H's.
Yeah. But you know what year your dad was born? That was a question we were wondering.
Did you hear Eileen? She asked what year your dad was born.
Oh, what year was born? 1925.
My dad?
Yeah,
Was it 29, 5 or 29?
I thought it was 25 and your mom was 29. 1925.
25.
Okay. Yeah, I was just comparing it in the years that, you know, of my aunts and uncles and fathers and, you know, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah, just comparing it to the age group, because that would be, he would be a contemporary of theirs. Of
Yes.
my aunts and uncles,
yes.
you know.
So there was never any stories about a baby out of wedlock or whatever like that. There was never any
You know
story.
what? I don't think they would have told us if there
They,
was.
they would have said anything, you know, in those days, everything was hush hush. You know,
Right,
God
right,
forbid.
right.
He does look a lot, your dad does look like a lot like my grandfather Harry. I mean, in that picture where I sent you.
Mhm.
Around the eyebrows, and then my cousin Barry was a daughter of my uncle Harry's son, so that was Ethel's son.
Yeah, or Aunt Ethel.
Yeah, and the one that we say keeps that looks like you, that one that gets Barry.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't think we'll ever really know the truth, but we know you're in
Yeah.
our family somewhere, and you know, it's nice to know that. You know, we thought maybe there'd be something. Now you said there was a second birth certificate. There was.
Well, yeah. So well, let me finish the story because I only got about halfway through. So your relative was the father. Betty Levan was the mother. They weren't together, obviously. And then Betty, did she marry Horace?
We don't know, that changed now.
We don't know. Anyway,
They changed the name.
Horace Nelson, where I get my name, is adopted young Robert. Then Betty left the picture. She was out. And then Horace married
Your grandmother.
my grandmother or step grandmother, whose name was Hattie. Okay, so Hattie and Horace had young Robert, and it's at about when he was about 4 years old. I guess maybe they didn't have a birth certificate, but they went ahead and like redid a birth certificate when he was about 4, and at that time his name changed to Ralph. Okay, so they changed his name to Ralph Phillip from Robert James. So he became Ralph Phillip Nelson at about 4 years old or so. And so I grew up knowing Hattie as my grandmother. And then Horace, who was the one she married, he died later. And then I met as my grandfather a different grandfather that Hattie remarried. See, so
Hattie wasn't his blood grandmother, but she was married 3 times and just happened to be married to the Nelson guy when they adopted
young Ralph.
Robert. They changed to Ralph.
Yeah. So it's very complicated. But that said, on your side of the family, the trail goes cold. I can't figure out, you know, we don't know where that happened. And we don't have any further information so far about Betty and that side.
When were you born? When were you born? When did you?
1953.
Yeah, he's not age.
Eileen?
Yeah.
When is your birthday? When is your actual?
September 14.
September 12th.
September 14.
53, okay. I'm November 22nd, 53. So we're right around the same.
Yeah.
I retired the same time.
Yeah. Just kind of wondering, because my grandmother, who was married, you had a lot of H's in the Horace and the Hattie and a lot of H's going around there. But um, um, what was I gonna say? I had a thought. Oh yeah, my grandmother died when I was like 12 or 13, right when Eileen was born.
Right, I never met her.
Yeah, but that's
That was
when
the
the,
The other
generation.
side though.
yeah,
Yeah.
never done anything.
Yeah.
But it's hard to go back and you know, you wish you knew you could do that, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I think also they kept the adoption papers, that was all sealed, and it's not open adoptions like nowadays, you know? It's
Yeah.
really different.
Mhm.
But the fact that this mom kept the baby, I thought all this time, I thought she had given up the baby for adoption, and just through ancestry and when his stepmother died, I guess we call it stepmother, not really, but then we got all this paperwork, and that's just a few years ago, and then we found out that she actually had kept the baby, Robert. But before, we always thought that she had just given him up for adoption, you know?
Oh, right, right. But she's
So we
the
found
one
out a little bit through this paperwork, but
Yeah.
it doesn't really, you know.
And I do have these, some documents, some from 1929. Dad was born in 29, but I'll
Oh,
explain that
okay.
later. Anyway, I have these old documents.
Oh,
and
yeah, he was 29, your mom was 25.
and I did Google Earth some of the locations where they lived and stuff. So, you know, in Chicago.
Yeah.
So I was, you know, it was just curious to go look and see where the location was, where they lived, because I have a letter from an attorney that was talking about the upcoming adoption and this and that, and where he resides. And so the address was there. And
Where did they live in Chicago? What part?
where did you,
What was his father's name? What?
Horace
No.
Nelson.
Horace Nelson.
It
So where,
was,
yeah, where did they live in Chicago? Because
Yeah,
we,
I'm curious.
yeah,
Because
because we were,
brown envelope that's on that long brown. I'm going to get it for you in just a second, Gail.
okay.
Hey, and it's nice to know that there's another musician on that side of the family too. Because on my mom's side, my mom had, she was one of 8 children. One of them played the banjo, but I mean, I didn't, generally there wasn't a lot of music in that side of it.
And we actually love music, so we're the fans of music.
Yeah, yeah. Eileen and David, they go to the opera all the time and
All kinds of music events.
all kinds of music, yeah.
So
Oh,
that's the lawyer. Okay, so Horace T. Nelson lived on North Damon Avenue.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's,
I don't know.
That's a pretty well-known street.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know it is.
yeah.
Towards the lake a little bit.
But I think where my dad resided, hang on. Let's see. If this was a work presentation, people would be saying, well, why didn't you get this together before?
You could just hear them.
Well, you keep talking, I'll find it. I mean, I'm retired now, but I did a lot of Zoom meetings when I was working.
It's a good thing. No.
It's like retirement, yeah.
You enjoying your
Retirement, she's asking.
It's been pretty great, not counting COVID lockdown. Other than that, pretty
He's
good.
getting a lot of music done.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
doing recording at home, and
Oh, nice.
I'm in a band that makes CDs, and I have enough recording equipment at home to do my parts here. So they send me, you know, over email the other tracks, and I go at it that way.
We'd
Great.
love to hear your music.
Yeah, we like to hear that sometime.
Oh, you haven't sent them CDs yet?
No?
I haven't, but if you guys are interested, I'll send CDs over.
Yeah, we'd love it.
I don't have just send me your addresses. I don't think I have your
I'll
street
text them
addresses.
both to you. I'll give them a text to you.
Are you guys in Palm Springs?
We are
Yeah.
near
Oh,
Palm
yeah.
Springs. Gail's in Palm Springs and I'm in Rancho Mirage, real close.
Oh, Rancho Mirage.
They're
Okay.
they're right near each
Very
other.
real close.
And they still live in Chicago too. They have a place in
Yeah.
Chicago, Eileen and David. They're leaving at the end of the month and then they'll come back here in November. But I moved from Chicago 42 years ago, so I've been in Palm Springs all that time.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
it's nice out there too. We go probably, usually if it weren't for COVID, we'd go like once a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Now, where do you live again? You live in,
We're in Thousand Oaks.
in Thousand Oaks. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I had an aunt that lived there on my mother's side.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
On your mother's side? Oh, well,
Yeah.
we don't care about the mother's side. No. I'm joking, I'm joking.
Well, hopefully you'll come out here in the fall when we come back.
I know, this is terrible that with all this
Yeah.
stuff, but next year should be better for heaven's sakes.
Good. Yeah, I hope so.
So you enjoy it when you're out here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, what have you guys been able to do though?
Well, we've been fixing up, we have a house here. So we've been doing all kinds of projects around the house.
Oh,
And we made, our biggest fun thing is, and we've, done a lot of stuff in the patio, which, because we were having guests outside, we put together a bull bocce court. So we've been playing bocce with our neighbors and it's really been a lot of fun.
oh, bocce, that's fun.
So you,
Oh, you've been playing, you've already been doing it.
this is in our house, there was this part of our house that was just like an empty part. And we cleaned it up and we smoothed it out with gravel and we bought the set and our neighbors have been coming over and we've been playing bull and bocce.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I play that. I don't actually remember how, but
it's easy. Yeah, very easy. I can do it. It's easy. So when you come out, we'll play. Okay?
yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Good.
We played bocce with my family as kids and stuff, but I don't remember the rules. I just
Yeah.
remember you throw a ball and you try to hit the other one out of the way or something like that, right?
Well, you try to get as close as you can to the little white ball.
That's it. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
you have to measure sometimes because they're so, you can't tell. So we have a yardstick.
Yeah. We've got the house set up. One table has a puzzle. One table's the card room. It's games
Ping
and,
pong.
and cards, and then we play ping pong. We got a ping pong table set up. So every room has a purpose for COVID. Our
I used-
COVID life.
I used to have a ping pong table. I used to love ping pong.
Yeah,
It was
It's
a lot-
fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. It was like playing tennis without having to run for the ball all the time.
Yeah, I just
Right.
stand there and boing, boing, boing. You just stand there. But you get some wrist action.
Right? My friend lives out nearby here and she plays pickleball a lot. That's her.
Oh, yeah, we have friends that do that. That's the big thing
I
now.
know. We haven't really, we played.
I
Right.
probably would trip and fall, so I don't think
No,
it's
it
for
might not be
me.
worth it.
Yeah, it's hard cords on your knees.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we put a fire pit in and we have a spa. And so it's like a little resort here. So we've been having fun and we take walks in our little area. We have a community.
It is a
Uh-huh.
resort.
Yeah. Is this where you live? Is this like a 55 and over?
No.
Oh, it's,
It's just a community. There's people of all
Oh.
ages.
It's gated. You have a gated community, but it's not 55 or older.
Yeah.
have you told them about our place?
About in the one in
The
down
Hammett?
south? No, I don't think I have.
Because we have a place down, well, it's in Hammett, but on the border of Temecula.
Oh, yeah.
And it's in a 55 and over. And I mean, we don't really want to leave here because we really like it. We have our own pool and all of that stuff. But that is a 55 and over. And God, they've got everything there. Movie theater, restaurants,
Wow.
bocce ball, tennis courts, a beauty salon,
Nice.
Those
We-
places are pretty cool.
We had cousin Jean on my mother's side that lived in Hemet.
Yeah.
Mm.
And my
It's
friend-
beautiful out there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Yes, very
It's
nice.
warm in the summer, though, I'm sure, too. Everywhere it's warm, you know.
Yeah, but the weather's changed so all over. It's never been this hot in April, except for last
Yeah.
year. You know,
Yeah.
you know, it was, the only time it was windy here was in June. But I mean, that's it. It was just
Yeah.
June. Oh, you knew the winds were coming and that was it. It's
Now you never know.
I hope they do something with this climate because it's,
Yeah.
none of us are gonna exist.
Yeah.
Well, when we moved here, which is 21 years,
Yep.
we don't have air conditioning and we never needed it. And the last 3 or 4 summers, it's like, oh my gosh, we pretty much live outside because we put up a big screen TV out there and the swimming pool. We just sort of, we don't come in the house till 11 o'clock at night because it's too hot.
Yeah,
And we used to have that.
Do you
It
have
was
fans?
it was like 80 all the time, you know?
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah. Yeah,
Well,
those big fans. You have fans, right?
Yeah,
We
we
have
have
fans.
ceiling fans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, all the homes in this area that we live in were built with, as she said, without air conditioning because you really didn't need it except for, you know, probably under 10 days a year
10.
in the old days,
Two.
not even.
2.
Because the house would just stay cool and the open windows and stuff. But as you said, Gail, I mean, it's really changing. It's getting hotter, and we get a lot more wind over here. The Santa Ana winds come
Oh,
in
yeah.
from San Fernando Valley and towards us a lot more than they used to.
Yeah.
We experienced that for the first time here. And used to, you know, in Chicago, we have to snow blow in the winter. Here we had a sand blow in the winter. So it was
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
slip on it like we could on the ice.
Lillian, are you from California?
I'm from Rhode Island.
Oh, wow.
So,
Oh, yeah, I did hear that, a little bit of an accent.
I don't hear
Yeah,
I've been here,
since you were 15, right?
yeah, since I'm 15 and I'm 60. How old are
Or
we?
67.
Oh, 67.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't hear the.
it's,
yeah, yeah.
it's
I
your
moved
age.
to,
isn't it? How old are you, Eileen?
I'm 67.
67, yeah.
Oh, we're all the same.
We're the same age. David's a little bit older.
I'm 80.
Oh.
Good.
But you guys are, you're first cousins though, right?
No, we're
oh,
sisters.
they're sisters.
Oh, sisters.
Those two are sisters.
Eileen just sent today a picture of, we have another sister. She's 11 months older than me. And but she's 81.
David will
It
show
showed
you.
a picture and Eileen at my sweet 16. So I wrote, I guess there is an age difference.
Oh.
David will show you the picture.
Yeah, David's gonna try to get it and put it on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there you can really see the difference. I kind of helped raise Eileen a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Going to.
what is it, 12, 13 years difference?
Yeah.
Wow.
About 13.
Yeah. I used to buy her toys and we used to play and I used to take her for walks. Only one time I told her that I was her real mother
Oh, yeah.
and
that's
she
scary.
started crying. She started crying and my mother started yelling at me.
Yeah, that's the whole, oh, thing.
Yeah.
David's gonna show you the Facebook pictures in a
He's
minute.
gonna show you the picture so you see the difference. There we go.
Oh, my goodness.
That's
I'm
her
on-
name.
Ah.
You could
Right,
miss
my
her
other-
in the link.
And it's Carol and Gail, and there's us later.
Gets us later. Oh,
Oh, that's funny.
When they went to Egypt.
It
Nice.
was David's creativity, and that was at my wedding. I married David,
That's Eileen's other sister,
Carol.
Carol.
that's Eileen, that's your wedding, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait a minute, which one's?
this is Gail, that's Carol, and there's Eileen.
Eileen, Gail, and then that's the one we haven't seen.
yeah, Carol.
Carol you haven't seen.
Carol.
Yeah, I haven't seen Carol.
But in the picture with the crinolines, which one's which?
Okay, yeah, those are crinolines.
See the
Gail,
crinolines showing on the
taller.
bottom?
This is
That's me.
Gail. This is Carol.
That's Carol.
Carol.
This is baby Eileen.
Oh, that's Eileen?
Yeah.
There's the 13-year difference there.
Yes.
Eileen.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's, when I saw that, I said, I guess there is a difference in age.
And height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those crinolines, that we used to use them and play with them. My friends and I used to love to come over to our house because my sisters had crinolines.
Ah, play dress up with the.
Yeah, we dress up with
Do you have hoops too?
hoops.
No. Not that old.
Like on with the wind.
I remember I bought her a big dollhouse and we used to fill it with little things and
Yeah.
play, and
Toys,
it was fun.
yeah, we had a lot of fun together.
Yeah, always had a lot of fun all our lives, you know.
Yeah.
We were always close. We're close with our other sister too.
Yeah,
She
we
was
are. I would have
Chicago.
had her come in, but I knew she'd have technical problems. So I figured we would get together maybe another time. We'll introduce.
Yeah. That's
She always
Yeah.
has technical problems with getting on Zoom and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm having trouble hearing Eileen, actually.
Can you turn
Yeah.
up the volume?
she had you have trouble hearing me too, I'm sure. She had technical problems.
Yeah, but Carol would have had. Yeah.
Carol did, yeah. Well, I'm not that great either. My wife, Carol, is
By
the
herself.
technical one in our family, so she sets up everything for me.
Mhm.
I'm lucky. I'm not technical, I'm lucky.
Mhm.
They've updated my.
All right, we
We got-
turned up the microphone.
Hopefully
Oh,
that's
good, thank
a little
you.
better.
That's
Yeah,
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, now we're almost done. That was very nice.
Well, we'll have to do this again, and we'll invite Carol so she can meet you too. How's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice.
Yeah, if you have any photos to share, you know, you can, you got share screen too, I gave you.
Yes, I do, but I don't, all I did was bring out a,
I mean, you don't have to do it now. I mean, for the next.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Because I was just gonna hold up the book and go, here's this, and, you know, it's-
Oh, it's up to you.
Did you ever find out where your dad, where he lived, that area, or where you, yeah. And
what was the question?
you
what
said
about-
where the lawyer lived in Chicago, but did you say where your,
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, that
Um,
street date.
well, okay, so Horace Nelson was
Yeah.
living on Damon Avenue.
Oh, David.
I thought I'd seen another street
What's the
name.
number? Give him the
Four,
number. 'cause
five,
She's
five.
writing stuff down.
4553 North Damon Avenue.
Wow.
Wow, that's near where
Snow-
Carol used to live.
North side.
Yeah.
North side, yeah.
North side. And then, yeah, the attorney, so he was interested in adopting, and he was saying, I wrote a letter advising that I represent the Beulah Home and Maternity Hospital. So I don't know if you know where that is.
No.
No, we tried to find that and it's gone.
Yeah, that's
Remember, we
right.
did some
It was
Googling?
it's a shopping mall now.
Yeah.
It was probably the go-between for adoption, right?
You know, I did have this. Oh, this is Ralph. That's when they, oh man,
Yeah.
it's complicated. I do have the certificate of birth for my dad with his second name, which was Ralph Philip Nelson.
Right.
And it says it's a male child of Horace Nelson and Betty Nelson.
Okay.
So Horace married Betty
Betty. Yeah,
and they adopted, but he wasn't the biological father.
right,
No.
right.
And that was my dad was born on January 1st, 1929,
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
right
Okay.
before the stock market crash.
Yeah,
Wow.
wow.
But let's see, he joined the